Can we end on something? I've only got a couple minutes left. Can we end on something really stupid? I know what you're thinking, Hal. How can you top John Schneider's Don't Donald to Trump? I can't do it. Not today. I'm just counting on it. But if anybody can kind of bring this home in a way that is just an inserious, whiny waste of time, it's the mess. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, this guy has he's got 10 times, more than 10 times the amount of subscribers that I do. So subscribe. I'm just saying. He's got 10 times the subscribers I do. Now, he's got my videos, by the way. He's got 777,000 subscribers. But my videos often have 10 times as many views as his. Curious, wouldn't you say? Isn't that weird? I mean, I shouldn't even be in the fucking ballpark. If he's got 777,000 subscribers and he's got 1,100 views on this fucking video, right? Wouldn't you think, yeah, like I would have, if I've got 77,000, I should have like 18, maybe 100 maximum. Just saying. So it's only 3 minutes long, and so it'll be blissfully short, but I guarantee it will be jam-packed with bullshit.
In our own time, is Trump a Caesar?
No, I think he's more of a Cobb salad, actually. Just kind of, I don't know if he's a Caesar salad. I think anybody who puts anchovies on a salad is just asking for trouble, to quote Brian Ben in Dream On. Why? Because everybody's stabbing him in the back? Is that what we're going with? Probably. That's got to be this, right? That's what he means?
Well, I want to argue that the reason that the left calls him that is because he does have the dimensions of a Caesar, somewhat like Lincoln.
Huh? Wait a minute. Nobody's calling him Julius Caesar on the left. Where did this come from? Please, citation needed, motherfucker. Where did this come from that he's somehow Julius Caesar? In any way, right? All right, maybe he's going to reference it off something, because this is just fucking weird.
There's a line from Shakespeare as Julius Caesar.
Wait, sorry. Take it away, the mess.
And this is...
Oh, my... Hold on. There we go. Sometimes my headphones disconnect and reconnect.
He is talking about...
All right, asshole. Wait a second. Now I have to do that thing where I restart. Yeah, I do, don't I? Now I'm back. There we go.
Caesar. He goes, why, man? He doth bestride the narrow...
Oh, motherfucker. He's reading Shakespeare. This is going to be fucking brutal. Just when he got to the word doth,
about Caesar. He goes, why, man? He doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus. In other words, Caesar is just this huge, larger-than-life figure, and it seems like everything revolves around this guy. What is he doing? People are for him or against him, but it's really all about Caesar. And Cassius says that compared to Caesar, the rest of us are like these little mini, we're like these Lilliputians. He calls them petty men who walk under his huge legs. This is, I think, part of what's going on with Trump.
Wait a minute. Cassius was also like the seed of betrayal. That's why that line, Yon Cassius doth have that lean and hungry look. He's too skinny. You can't trust him.
Trump is a larger-than-life figure. He has the
Well, he's larger than his belt.
abilities to a point of being a Caesar, But my argument is that he doesn't want to be one.
Great. Cool argument. I'm so glad we're finally settling this. I'm sure you can narrow it down in the remaining minute and 54 seconds. Also, real quick, fuckwad. Why do we care?
Now, the left says that Trump
Oh, do we?
will become one if he is given a second chance.
No, he says he would be a dictator on day one, and none of us are stupid enough to believe that he would, if he had the ability to be a dictator, that he would ever stop. Why would Donald Trump, once he was in power, lessen his power willingly? Who believes that?
And this is, by the way, also what the conspirators against Caesar say about Caesar. In fact, interestingly, in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, Caesar hasn't done anything tyrannical. And yet, here's one of the conspirators, a guy named Flavius.
Fucking Flavius, am I right?
These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness? What's he saying?
This is what happens when right-wingers are afraid to quote scripture because it will be really obvious that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they believe that their audience won't know what the fuck they're talking about with Shakespeare, and so they feel slightly safer. So this is like moron church.
He's saying, hey, listen, Caesar's like this big bird. We need to...
That's right. That's exactly what he's saying. Caesar's like Big Bird. Absolutely. He's more like Snuffleupagus, but
pull
yeah.
his feathers out right now, because that'll keep him from flying too high. And Brutus kind of takes the same approach. He goes, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder, meaning the snake, and that craves weary walking. Brutus is saying basically, Caesar hasn't been...
It's always good when someone's describing Shakespeare to you that they say basically a lot.
become a tyrant, but he could be. He could become one. And that's kind of what the left is saying about Trump. Don't give...
No, that's what Trump is saying about Trump. He literally argued in court that he should have the right to commit crimes while president. He believes he should be able to use SEAL Team 6 to kill his political rivals. We're not saying any of this shit, motherfucker. We didn't make this up.
Give him the chance because he will be a dictator. Well, here...
That's what he said. Give him the chance and he will be a dictator. That's what he said, you dumb motherfucker.
Here's the problem with that line of analysis.
It leaves out the fact that Trump said it himself.
Trump was in power. Trump actually had the opportunity to become a dictator, but he didn't.
Right, because he was either too lazy or too scared to try, or there were people around him who stopped him that were already in positions. And he's already said he would broom those people out, fill those positions with family members and loyalists so that no one would be a check on him the next time around. And then by the time people stopped him, it would be too late.
Right? Debbie makes this point. She goes, if Trump was...
Well, if Debbie says it, I don't know how, I don't even know why don't you just let Debbie say it? That's why you're a mess.
A dictator, he was like the worst dictator in the history of the world.
No, he's the worst president in the history of the world. He would be the worst dictator next time. He's just too fucking stupid.
He didn't control the police agencies of his own government. He didn't rig his own...
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He had Bill Barr run interference for him so that they couldn't look into his finances, which would be the motive part of means, motive, and opportunity in committing crimes in regard to Russian collusion. And so since they couldn't look there, it nullifies the actual prosecutorial case.
On elections, dictators are not used to losing elections and having to move out of office. Trump...
Right. And he didn't realize that his army would fail, and when they did, he's like, okay, next time we got to do this better. By the way, you know, Hitler wasn't, I guess, necessarily a dictator the first time he ran. Right?
Of course, believes he won, but a dictator who believes he won wouldn't leave. Trump...
He tried not to leave. He just lost.
Did leave. So
Yeah, but again, you're talking about a situation where our system is not set up for a dictator. It has stop gaps around it to make sure that shit doesn't happen, barriers to keep that from happening. And Trump has said, along with Project 2025, as soon as we get in there, we got to start getting rid of all those limits. We'll just get rid of them. We'll put loyalists and other people in places so nobody can stop us. And by the time, and the Supreme Court's given us immunity, by the time they look up, they're already fucking dead.
the evidence is that Trump didn't go after his political opponents. He didn't try to.
Right. He was a lazy asshole. Now he's a deluded sociopath who is trying to stay out of jail.
Assassinate Hillary. He didn't try to indict her or lock her up. So the point is that the dictatorial threat.
All right. He didn't do that because he knew there was no there.
Is coming from.
But he didn't, by the way, Comey came out and said there might be something to the email scandal. That helped him get elected. And then Comey himself said, like a year and a half later, there was nothing there. At the end of the Hillary Clinton email scandal, there was nothing there that was criminal. Nothing you could prosecute. It wasn't that Trump wouldn't have tried. It's that he couldn't.
From the other side.
Because our system still worked. What he's saying next time is, once I get in there, we'll take away all those barriers that kept me from locking somebody up just because they're inconveniently innocent. What a dipshit.